guys, it's Del from Let's Get Inky, and today I have something a bit different for my Plan With Me video. So this is my hiiiii, what size? Large, I think it is. I bought it over a year ago. Yeah, over a year ago. And I never used it. Okay, I lie. I used it for 1 week. And then I just couldn't make it work for me. So I put it in the cupboard, as you do. And I'm trying to get into the planning thing because at the moment I just use my phone and it's not working for me. So I've decided to pull this out and I'm going to customize it so that it suits my needs. So it's a lovely lilac colour, beautiful pastel. And I'm sure you've seen them all before. It's got heaps of little pockets and zipper and all sorts of things. It came with some pretty blah dividers. Really, the pink isn't great and the gold's a bit bronzy. So I'm going to make myself some new dividers. So what I've done, I'll give you a really sneaky peek. This planner, my happy planner, is going to be for my life, and then this is going to be strictly for YouTube and like creative team videos and retreats that I'm doing or classes that I'm teaching, that kind of thing. So what I've done is I've made myself some inserts. So we have September, and I'm going to stick these together, October, November, and December. And so my plan is to have the tabs for different specific things, and then these are just going to be a video overview of what I'm going to upload every day. So stay with me and let's get started to make some pretty dividers, because this, it's not cutting it. So stay tuned. Okay, so I've taken out my planners, and in the hiiiii large planner, there's, which I think is A5 size. I think that's what most other planners call it. There are 7 dividers, and I'm going to use these as a template to make my own ones. So I've come up with 7 different sections that I'm going to have. So monthly is going to be my monthly overview. Recorded are the videos that I have recorded, and then I know what I've got to work with. Inky cool ideas, let's get inky ideas, things that I have to buy, packages I have to respond to because I have a PO box, and miscellaneous things. So I've done a little bit of pre-planning because if I didn't, this video would go for hours. So what I've done is I've picked a few things that I thought could work for the dividers. Now, I've been super inspired by, I think her name's Christy Tomlinson. Anyway, she's on Instagram. She owns the Planner Society, and I was inspired by some videos that she did with some dividers that she had made. So I've gone ahead and I've picked some papers. I'll show you the papers first of all. So kind of gone for, surprise, surprise, a pink and turquoise style theme with some floral, some polka dot, this bird paper, which is beautiful, and this I'm going to use for extra embellishments, so that's not one of the dividers. So they are my 7 papers. So we've got, this is my favourite paper, so that's why it's first. Birds, polka dot, clouds, floral, text, hexagons, and a wood grain. I think that pretty much sums up my style. If you want to know the names of any of the brands of these, just let me know in a comment below. So then what I did, and this was the fun part, but I did it off camera because I had a million things open and I was on the floor. Then what I did is I picked a couple of things to put on the front of each planner, because what I'm divider, sorry. So what I'm hoping to do is cut it out and then stick some embellishments and things right onto the front. So I've put them in little pockets, and I've put these little bunnies in every single one, because if you don't know, I have 2 bunnies and they are adorable. So I've just got these on top of each one. Some of them even have photos in them. Some of them just have cute little bits and pieces. And so I might change. I might not use anything in these little bags, but I thought it was handy to have a a starting platform at least. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you on fast forward and show you how I'll talk through it. I'll cut out the first divider and then I'll pause you and I'll cut out the rest because the process will just be the same thing. Okay, so this is the first divider that I will be having. Now you've got to be careful about thinking about orientation because I don't want upside down birds, so I've got to make sure my birds are the right way. Now there's a couple of papers where I don't like the pattern that's on the back, so I will be putting an extra piece of paper on and I'll show you how I do that in a moment. But this one, luckily, I love both of them. Now it has got a bit of a boo-boo in the top corner here, so I'm going to put my planner on this side. And it's rather simple, my process. So if this was a patterned piece that had, say, some text on it or a specific piece of the pattern that I really wanted, I would take that into consideration when lining up my divider. But really, I'd like these two turquoise ones, but that's about it. So I might go from there, and all I'm going to do, super simple, trace around it. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to keep the dividers that are on here or use sticky tabs. I haven't worked that out yet. And then I'm just going to trace around my holes because I don't have a 6-hole punch yet, and I'll cut it out. Okay, so that's all done. So to give this a bit of extra strength, I am going to laminate all of the papers before I start adding on the embellishments. So what I'm going to do now is I'll cut out the rest of my dividers and I'll show you them before I laminate them. Okay, so my dividers are now freshly laminated and here they are. So I'll give you a little flick and then I'll give you some tips that I had. So these, I'm really happy with how they turned out. I went for kind of a surprise, surprise, pink and turquoise kind of theme. But yeah, I think they're really cute. But they can be better. So some little tips when I laminated my dividers. I've left a good, half a centimetre all the way around because you can see when you laminate them, you can see where, because they're double backed cardboard or cardstock, it's quite thick. So there's a bit of excess like air bubble space. So I kind of cut just outside that. Second tip, punch your holes in your paper first before laminating it because it's very hard to laminate. So I did, luckily, but it was difficult just without having the paper there as well. So definitely punch your holes first. And the third tip, have freaking fun, guys. That's what it's all about. So, you know, they're pretty and all, but they wouldn't be me unless they had some embellishments on there, would they? So what I've done is I've got these little baggies together, and I sound so American. I feel American when I say baggies. We don't call them baggies. We call them Ziplocs. But got my baggies, and I've put some little bits of paper and, you know, pretty things in here, and I am going to embellish my covers because I don't want this planner to be too bulky in the actual pages. So with the pages, all I'll be using is probably washi, stamps and tape. And even then I won't be going cray-cray. I do love cray-cray, you know I do, but I think I'm going to save that for the scrapbooking albums. But I feel like if I have these embellished, then it will still make me feel pretty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop you on fast forward and have a little play around, and I'll voice over because we could be here all day, guys. We could be. So have fun. Enjoy while I put the bits and pieces together, and I will voice over to tell you why I'm doing it. And quite often, I don't know. I just kind of slap it together. So have fun.